And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time.
And the Packer first down. 3-18. 45. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 22, Rodgers. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try again with Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Come on, switch it. Over.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 50.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Check. 42's the mark.
Right here.
Hey, watch it. Check. Wall.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
58's the mark. 50, 51, Sam. Come on. Hey, exit. 58's the mark. Double dog. That's the way.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach, when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Get 300. Get 300. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
30. 36. 36.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Falcons.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
He's crazy. Recon, 132 fighter. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Switch. Mike. Check.
Here's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Succop's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to... up incomplete.
Intended for Laquan Treadwell. It's now 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now it's Ryan. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They go play action now. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. Adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Green Bay.
Green 18. I know he ain't got it.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, 88. Hey, echo. Switch up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Get your swerve on.
Another carry now for Gurley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, Haywood. 57. Mike, 57.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
319. 54. Bandit. Bandit. Check 24. Check 24. Inside.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Check 91.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Got it. Stay at home. Stay at home. 50 yards.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
18. Come on, dude. Bang, 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 bang. Kill. Hey, 626.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, it hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Dante Fowler. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Gurley again here on first down. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. On the keeper, here's Ryan. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick here is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
We got this.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
45. Mike, 45.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.